after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Green 80! 58, come on! Get ready, get ready, get ready! Hey, check! Reload! Hey, 0, 0, 0! Hayward, you got tight right there! Still got 4 down!
On second down, here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
To Johnson again. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing is Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. 280. Let's make these 57. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. High 34.
Wentz going to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Sunday. Switch. Take 3. 218. Chop.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Colts, nothing.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tempo.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Dorsett. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On the ground, this is Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Green 15. Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see a lot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case,
and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's Wentz to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
36 power. Good job right there. Good job right there. 55. Good guys. 4 down. 4 down.
From the 31, Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
43's the mic. Come off the ball hard. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now, Wentz again. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Kill.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dwayne Smoot able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Shotgun now for Wentz. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
14. Check. Fresno. Check 50. Shift. Watch the shift.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got room. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 68 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Wentz now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And he's got his man Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
81. Hey, Charlie.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Straight 15. Straight 15. 5.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
74.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the...
David Johnson on his way. 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz going to throw into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. To throw is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
One left. You better be afraid of me. Take 4. Slam. Check. Crouch.
On first down, Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
What up, Dontrell? And shit just got whooped in Madden by this glitching ass nigga. Oh, what up, Russ?